We're going to look at some pretty cool cartoon themes. See if you can recognize this one. And I'm hoping you recognize that as Phineas the Ferb, Perry the Platypus when he makes his entrance. And it works really well on ukulele. Obviously, the intro tune is a bit deeper. That's like a guitar sort of blues boogie type of riff. It's really fun to play. It's really easy. It's a nice way to get the fingers exercising and something that I'm hoping you're going to enjoy it. Now, please make sure you've got a copy of the PDF. And the tabs are on there. If you don't, just drop me a WhatsApp. I'll be happy to give it to you. The chord charts are there. Some nice new E minors, nice new B, B7, and one or two old favorites like A minor. But before we go further, let's start with the riff. Now, as we mentioned, on the guitar, it's got 6 strings. Okay, we only got 4. It's ukulele. So we had to change the key, change the pitch to make this work for us on a uke. And your second string is the E string, so it made sense to take advantage of the open E string and then play from this. So this is the first 0 if you're looking at the tab at the top. And that was your 2 zeros. 0, 0, 2. 2 is at the second fret. Back to the 0. Fret 3 is the third fret. And fret 5 is the 5th fret. Now, notice the finger allocation, how I'm using my fingers. Everything in fret number 2 is finger 1. Middle finger is the 3rd fret. Pinky is the 5th fret. So the ring finger is not going to be used for Perry the Platypus yet. We might use it in the chords, you'll see later. Okay, and your opening riff, which is going to go O, O, 2, O, 3, 5, gets played through twice. And the third time, you'll notice that 0 between the 2 and the 3, 203 is gone. They've actually sort of taken that 0 out and put it at the end of the bar. So your third bar, and there's an open string we spoke about at the end there. So if you're going to play through with me, let's take it a go. 2, 3, 4, and... And then it sings Perry, and he just goes to fret number 7, which is quite a big jump. I'm hoping you got little dots there. If you can look carefully, you can see there's little black dots on top of my ukulele. Most ukuleles have got them, although I saw one student didn't have one this morning. So if you don't have a little black markers or any sort of markers, maybe drop one at fret number 5 and 7. It helps you get to the higher frets easier. Okay, and there's your first riff. You want to play through with me a little bit quicker? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last part we play is Perry. I don't really mind which finger you can use. Your third finger, second finger, first finger. Even your pinky if you want to. Not fussy there. Okay. Next up, we're going to look at the chords that they use for Perry. Now, they're quite easy. We're going to zoom more into your fretting hand now. And we're starting with the E minor, which is normally played like this. Finger 1 on the first string, second fret. Finger 2 on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Ring finger goes to the 4th fret of the 3rd string. This is the sort of traditional, more standard E minor. It's going to work fine. You may, if you want to, also play it like this. A bit more tricky. Might not be your favorite, but you put the pinky where the ring finger was and put the ring finger at the top. It also sounds cool. I don't really mind which one you go for. So I'm going to stay with the easy one for now. Now, on the first line, when he sings, he's a semi-aquatic egg-laying mammal of action, which is quite an unusual sentence. You know, it's soft, but it's a fun jam. You go E minor 3 once, down, down, up, up, down. I'll work on the strumming shortly. A minor, right to the top. And then 2 E minors. Simple as that. Now, on the strumming, as we promised, this is an old favorite strumming pattern. That's simply down, down, up, up, down. That would be one bar. One more time. Down, down, up, down. And at speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. As simple as that. And if you put the chords together, you're going to have 1 E minor, 1 A minor, and then 2 E minors. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. next line goes E minor, A minor, and B7. Now the B7 change is quite a big transition for ukulele players, but the B7 chord's a very important chord. So for those that like it, or didn't like it, that we've tried it so far, let's get a bit closer and have a look what's actually happening here. First of all, your first finger is now flat. You'll notice my wrist has sort of bent out a bit more. Normally it was over here, so my wrist over here is sort of more straight. When I go, watch the movement of my wrist come down. And the purpose of the bending over here is to make sure this first finger is straight. That's in the second fret, and then your middle finger goes to fret number 3 on the 3rd string, and this is B7. Okay, so your second line is going to go E minor, watch the bend, A minor coming up now. Quite a big change there. So the B7, maybe not your favorite chord for starters, but it's a very important one, and trust me, we'll get it right. And that's pretty much all we need. Now, third line, A minor through twice. Fourth line is going to beaver tail on the bull, E minor twice. And then when the women swoon, whenever they hear him say, it's going to be A minor, stop on the B7. So it's quite a big change there, just to jump, sort of hop, jump across to it. Now, the only other real change in the song is at the very end, when he sings Agent B, they play a B chord once. And B looks like this. Now, if you played guitar and you happen to know the chord F, it should look a lot like that. But for those that don't, it starts with finger number 1, flat across the bottom 2 strings. Thumb can be a bit higher, it doesn't have to be dropped now. Middle finger number 2 goes to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. Ring finger all the way to top, fret 4, string 4, and this is B chord. If you want to get another way of playing C, there's my C, there's my B, there's my B flat. And what I'm hoping you get from this quickly as a slight detour is that the chord can be moved, which is not relevant now, but it's something handy to know for later. So there's my B, okay. And then at the end, he goes, that little riff over there. Now, that's actually not really at the end of the video. That's what I actually meant to say. If you listen carefully to the original, just Google Perry the Platypus theme tune, and you'll see your Perry doing his thing, and you'll hear a really cool, fun tune that you're learning now. And you'll hear in the background the guitar, which we're replacing with ukulele. Somewhere at the end of the second line, or the first line goes, and all that's really happening there is you're playing 5, going to, from 3 to the 5, back to the 3, all on the 2nd string. Then you're jumping down to the 1st string, fret 4, fret 3. Simple as that. And that's the only other real part of the song. I'll normally leave this out because if you're strumming away, you don't really have time to play the tune as well as, or this little riff, as well as you're strumming. So, suggestion, got your intro. And you got your Perry. And you're going to go strumming. Second line. There's your big change. Got more than mad skills. Got a beaver tail and a bull. An A minor for the woman. And they hear him say 2 and 3 and 4 and then Perry makes a little famous noise. I'm not even going to try and copy it, but the video will guide you through that if you go watch the original. And everybody, I think that's all we need to know for Perry the Platypus. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had lots of fun with this video. It's a really cool song. It's a really fun song. And have an awesome week. Take care.